In this video, I'm going to show how to copy an assignment in and modify it into MyOpenMath. So we go to course items, we can copy from, and then you can pick your own course or use the ID from the full template or the streamlined one. I'm going to go into my courses and I'm going to scroll down and see here. I'm going to use this streamlined Honors Algebra 2 template where you could look up the ID. And now be careful here, select items to copy. You don't want to copy the whole course in. And then again, just double check that and move down to what you want to copy. And we're looking for polynomials and the operations on them. We could probably pull in the factoring now as well. I think you already have the exponents in scientific notation. Not sure if you need radicals, but we can, you can add in whatever you need. And so if I only wanted just the homework and not anything else, you can just unclick. You can click the practice. The single practice is what you would want. I'm going to actually click it all so I can show how to get rid of stuff you don't want that you pulled in. Okay, so then you've got to pull down to the bottom and we'll just add it to the main course page for now, and we can move stuff around later. So we copy those in and they should come out just down the bottom underneath what you've had. And they're in folders, which you can take out. So open that. You can move stuff out. So you probably don't want them getting confused if you're not using this textbook. You might want to, just delete that. And you can move it around or just get rid of it. Let's see. Okay, the wrong thing there. Delete. Are you sure? Yes. Okay, and here's the objectives. I actually don't like how they used a picture there, so I pulled it off of here. So, no, maybe not that one. That's a presentation. Slides you could choose to use or not. Again, I'm just going to delete them. And this one, I don't want the mixed practice, so I'm just going to delete. And so hopefully you're getting the idea of that. So the practice here, I can modify it. I want to move it out of this block. So I can just click move and then move it to the main course page. And then I want it after monomial practice. So I could have just pulled in that one thing if that's all I want, but I just wanted to show you how you get rid of stuff. And then here you can also delete a block, and you can delete everything in the block, or you can just move items out of the block. That's another route I could have gone. Okay, so I'm going to leave the picture there for now. To see what's in this, you can go this route. You can just do the teacher preview, which will just show you all what's in there. Some adding, subtracting, polynomials, a little review. And this is a lot of practice, so you might take some out depending what you want. Okay, and there's some multiplying, which is good mix, because what I notice students doing once they start foiling, they go and look at something like even just two binomials being added together, and they start foiling it. They just start multiplying them. So I like how they have that mixed review. And once we're done, we just go down there. I'm going to go back just to the home there. Okay, so it bumped me into my other course, which we don't want. So on this, I'm going to go over to this little arrow here, that little settings symbol. And I'm going to look at settings, and I want them to match the other practice that we did. I can change the title here, and this will be operations with polynomials. You can make that nicer. And I want to have it just available because I'm not setting due dates. You can do that. Copy options from monomial practice. Now I don't want to copy the maybe I will actually. I'm going to copy the summary and intro instructions. So I'll have like the little lesson write up, but I think I'm going to copy this as well here so I can paste it in, because that'll go away, whatever you had in there. So you can see it's an exact duplicate of what I had written there. So the objectives will need to be adjusted. So I can go back into settings, and instead of these objectives, I can paste in that picture. And that works. There we go. I mean, I would suggest for accessibility and everything, I would not use a picture, but that seems to be what they had. So I'm going to try to clean that up for you. Or you could retype it. And then we just double check this all came in good. It's homework style, 100 versions, you know, that's plenty. Number of tries is 2. They can see their scores. They can actually see their answers after their last try or jump to answer button. If they do that, then they have the option to try a similar problem, and so on and so forth. They go into the grade book. All the answers would be in there after the due date. I allow late passes. I have it set to be 3 days late. Showing hints and all that. Okay, if you want to give like a late penalty, you can do that down here. So if they use their late pass and you don't want it to be a freebie, you could say like they get, you know, 10% off every day late or something, or it's different settings. And then just save changes. And then if we want to take out some of the questions, we go to questions and we can edit that. You can change the points. You can make them worth 3 points. You can change individuals. So maybe this one, here's the average time it takes. That's a doozy. So let's give that more points. For instance, something smaller, give like 2 points. Sometimes I give them like a point per minute of average time. These have the show work option there, but you can get rid of that too. I'll show you how to do that if you want. These show that there's a video attached, which is really nice. And you can preview what the questions are. You have to make sure you allow pop-ups, and they can go through. And you can see all the questions. Now, sometimes I might want to reorder these. I would suggest doing that because The ones down the bottom have the videos, and then they could try some without videos. So to change the order, or if you wanted to get rid of stuff, like usually I actually mark it here, and if I wanted to get rid of that one, I could remove by hitting that button. So it tracks it, and you can see which one you're on by this blue highlight as you move through it. It's really very intuitive. But changing the order, a little bit of a pain. You have to do it like this. Just actually use the drop down like that. And make that be the fourth one. And then they have some to do with review. I like that setup better. Okay. If you want to add more questions, showed you how to remove. You can just click and remove. Oh, you can actually group things together too. You can click these two and group them. I do that a lot from the quizzes. That's how I make quizzes and tests. I just take their homeworks, I group the like things together and pool them so that way they have a variety. If I wanted to add something else from here, I could pull from any other kind of thing. I could select libraries. I could search. I could do polynomials. And then search all libraries. It's a little bit of a weird thing. I'm just learning. But you can see here where you could add more in, and you can preview these. So say you wanted to put one in, you really got to look carefully to see what they are though first, because like there's calculus in here. So subtract, then add polynomials, for instance. That might be a good one. So I take a look at it and I say, yeah, I want to use that one. And then I just add. I always add using defaults. Otherwise, you have to go into all these settings. It may not be the points I want, but I can change that after. That's not a problem. You can also look down here and try to find problems that have videos with them if you wanted more videos. You want to take a look at it first, or you can look at it after. Okay, and we can add using defaults. And then if you don't like any of these later, you can take them out. However, if you do have students start working on it, you can't actually remove the question totally. You can withdraw it though. Like here right now I can remove. I can make edits on my personal copy. I can change the points, that kind of stuff. But once it's been actively used, then you just have to, it'll have the option to withdraw it. Okay, so now I'm done, and there's no save for this. It's kind of weird. It's just click done. Okay, and then this is what it looks like. And there's teacher preview. That's the directions. I really don't like how that picture looks, but and they would click in the box, and they have this really nice palette to use. They're just going to use basic. It'll pull up what they need for that problem. Like if they needed brackets, that would be available. Things like that. Some things are drop down menus. Okay, here's video, here's message instructor. I love this feature. I really encourage them to be specific. If they're not specific, I write them back. And then you can just reply to it. All right, so that's what it looks like. And of course, they would go through the problems. When you're first using it, I would, less is more. make it easier. But the videos are really quite nice in this, so I'll show you what one of the videos is. Come from a variety of resources.
In this problem, we're
this
given
one I'm not that familiar with.
F of x, g of x, and h of x.
And they are using function notation here, so and they can access it from YouTube also.
So I'm going to copy the problem down over here. There's f of x. There's no symbol between f of x and g of x.
Okay. So that might have been one I just pulled in. This one is James Souza, who I'm very familiar with and I really like.
We're given three polynomials by addition or subtraction.
Okay, so
of course,
you can
only one term,
see how
so this
clear
is the leading
he
term.
is, and
since 3x to the fifth means 3
excellent
times
work.
x to the fifth,
He has a website called Math is Power for You, and like, I mean, he does have it organized somewhat, but you can actually go into it and just get all the listings. Like if I were to just go into his main web page, it looks like this, and you can do like Algebra 2 video library, and you can't search though, like run a search. That's my only criticism, but I've done this so many times. He has the headers, and you can go down and you can find a video on anything and everything, but you have to find it. So this isn't really great for students to look at. They'd be better off with the website version. Okay, so I think that is good for today. I hope that helps, and you can get started with that and be able to, you know, figure out the settings and how to use it. You can actually act as a student and go through and try different things. And I'll try to, you know, work on this one here too. And you can pick and choose from that. I do think it's important for homework to have them just have multiple tries and not be locked in. But for quizzes, then, you know, I tighten up more. And then for tests, I definitely tighten up more. I can show you how to make a test, but I'll do that in a separate video. So that's it for copying courses in and making some simple edits, and have a great day.